Previously on the Youth Edition.
Oh, the right way, but late. That's it. They're done. Lose on penalties for Manchester City. Fail to get the job done once again here in the FA Cup final. Man City takes the silverware. Frag out! Hello and welcome back to the Youth Edition Career Mode, FIFA 18 with the Forest Green Rovers. We finished the season here in 4th. Today's episode is a bit of a season wrap-up. We'll look through statistics. We'll get in and have a really in-depth look at our squad. I'm pretty sure it's full at 52 players, so we're going to be looking to move quite a few of those lads on into the next season. Free up some spaces, get rid of some regens, get rid of some of the deadwood here that, you know, we've got a bit of faith in, but they haven't really got their opportunities, or when they have had their opportunities, they haven't really done a job for us. We'll probably say goodbye to some of the old faithfuls moving in to season number 7. But let's just get into this one, sit back, relax, and let's have a look around at how we went in season number 6. Right, it is the 1st of June though, so I do need to simulate through here, do a bit more training and get down to the last week so we can do the final squad report of the season. There will be some youth squad reports back and the likes, but I don't think we can sign anyone up at this stage, so let's hope there's no youth academy players that want out. Right, so our final youth squad report, this is how it will finish up going into the end of the season. We've still got a lot of talent just sitting here waiting to be called up. We've got Jonas Wolf, 87 to 93 at 66 overall. David Tech is 66 overall, 86 to 92, defensively minded central defensive midfielder. He won't be far off asking for a call up. Lino Oliveira, 57 overall, 82 to 92, technically gifted left midfielder. Julio Paz is a Mexican centre midfielder, 58 overall, 81 to 91 potential. Brian Clark, the Canadian striker at 59 overall, 85 to 91. Okay. Yassin Halal is the Egyptian right back, 59 overall, 87 to 93 potential. Juan Pablo, 59 overall, centre forward from Spain, 87 to 94 potential. He's a winger, so he will grow some decent pace. Tito Morales is a 6'6" Argentinian striker, 56 overall, 76 to 90 potential. And Diego Montoya, the left midfielder from Spain, 57 overall, 74 to 92 potential. Now, Bjorn Braun is going to head off to Preston on a 1-year loan when the season opens. So that will be no Bjorn Braun for the season. We'll have to assess what's happening with the goalkeepers, I think. And contracts expiring. Well, Palacios, well, we couldn't get rid of him. I tried to sell him off, tried to find him a new home, but we're going to let his contract run out, and that will free us up at least one spot moving into the next season. Andre Krav, well, I thought about selling him, but, you know, he's part and parcel of this team, so he is going to move to Leeds next season on a 1-year loan. Right, we've got a scout report back here from America, and at this point in the career mode, we really are going to sign worldly players. Anthony Gagnon is one that we will keep an eye on. We'll give him another month. He's valued at 210, decent potential, so we'll see how he turns out in the next month if he doesn't get picked up. Right, we are here in China looking for goalkeepers, and Du Wanzhou is probably the pick of the crop, but still only 60 grand evaluation, so not really anything worth picking up here so far in China. And we are, of course, here in Italy, still keeping an eye on a few of these lads. Davide Rizzo, 75 to 94. And also a new lad here in Marco Conti we'll keep an eye on as well, but no signings from these reports. Right, Palmer interested in doing business for Hungwoo Kim. We're going to delegate this one. We're going to start the offer at 450, which is lower than they came in with. And don't sell him for less than 310. Just trying to move him off the books now. Well, they've agreed to 490, so we'll accept the offer and see if they can come through with a deal. Right, let's take a look at some statistics from this season. And, well, Dylan Allen picked up 14 goals there. Didn't play a lot in the Premier League, to be fair, but still up and about on the Golden Boot Challenge. Finishes himself in 5th. We didn't score a lot of goals, to be fair, so not many on the top scorers league. Assist-wise, well, I'm pretty sure that would be Charlie Allen with 8, but it could be Dylan. You never know. Hashida with 5 and Haginye with 5 as well. Clean sheets. Zanin had 11 clean sheets. Now, he didn't play every game. Dior was in there as well. Dior picked himself up 4. So if you added the 4 clean sheets on 15, he wouldn't have been far off the Golden Glove there, old Zanin. Yellow cards, well, we don't really get a lot of cards in this game. And, well, reds, well, there's barely any. Right, it's time for a really in-depth look at the squad. We've done this over the last few seasons, and it's good to get some feedback from you guys on where you think the squad's heading, who should be transferred out, and all that kind of good stuff. So do let me know in the comments your feelings on the squad that we have at the moment. So let's get into it. Zanin is an 82. He has gone up 3. Let's have a look here. 35 games for him, 18 clean sheets. That is a decent performance from the Italian keeper. Attribute-wise, well, the one thing I want to point out here is 81 reactions. That is a huge stat for a goalkeeper. It's still increasing for him. I haven't given him a lot of training, to be fair, and he is just growing along nicely. He probably needs a little bit of training now. I might put a bit into him going into next season, try and get him up to that 84, 85 sort of mark, work on his handling and positioning, and he could probably, I dare say, take over as the number 1. Still got 3 years left on his contract. Bjorn Braun will be going to Preston when the transfer window opens. That is a loan spell. Didn't get a lot of action for us at all this season. I think coming back from loan, he might have played a couple of games there in the cup games. 73, gone up 3. Yeah, just a couple of games there for him. But, you know, it was quite serviceable. Got a clean sheet there in the FA Cup. Attribute-wise, well, his reactions have gone up to 60. His positioning is probably the main thing that's holding him back there. He's got 2 years remaining on his contract. Now, Dior, 81, he hasn't grown at all this season. I've got a feeling he's probably not going to grow any more, to be fair, without a shitload of training. 30 games for him and 9 clean sheets, but a little bit hit and miss here and there. His issue is probably that 58 reactions. It's definitely a big goalkeeping stat that does come into play. He does have good technical abilities, but that reactions there is what can really make or break a solid keeper. 2 years left on his contract. That's all the goalkeepers. We've only got 3. Bjorn Braun going out on loan. We'll see what happens with Dior. I think Zanin will probably move into the number 1 role. And maybe there'll be another keeper out there floating about that maybe we can pick up. Maybe Dior will leave the club. I don't know. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Let's move into the right back positions now. Innocent NJ is a 70. He's gone up 2. He's out on loan at Blackburn Rovers. You've got to take in consideration their rating and their age. Now, he's 20 years of age. He's only gone to a 70. I'm not sure how much potential he did have. But the 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot is probably why we held on to him. He's got okay stats, but at this stage of the career mode, once he comes back from loan, he's probably the kind of guy that we want to let go. I mean, he's only got a year left on his contract, and we've got a lot of decent right-backs coming through. Toby Bell is 21 years of age, 74. He's gone up 3 this season. He's on loan at Rubin Kazan at the moment. We'll have a look at his attributes. He's got the 5-star weak foot as well. Yellows galore and a bit of pace as well. Yeah, I think he's a solid option when he does come back at 74 rated, but you know, you have to look at what else we've got in the catalogue here at right back. We've got Colombo. He's an exciting prospect, so he should eventually hit that 85 plus rating. Medium high work rates, 5'10". Did a pretty good job this season, 10 games, and in that there was 7 clean sheets, so shows that he can be quite defensive. Attribute-wise, he's got the 4-star skill moves, of course. He's got pace and strength, and that's what I really enjoy about him when he does come onto the pitch at right back. Probably needs to work on his technical abilities a little bit, but he is growing, and he's got 4 years remaining on his contract. Thierry Touré, 75, gone up 2. Always has been serviceable, but I'm almost at the point where I think his time might be up here at Forest Green. He has filled in at centre-back a fair bit. He has come on as a reserve to play right-back, but you'd feel Colombo can probably do that job now moving into season number 7. He played 33 games for us, 11 clean sheets, 5-star weak foot. Physicality is probably not his strong suit. But he is quite good defensively. That's probably what kept him going in this team at the moment. But you might see him move out. Let me know in the comments. And then we have Cosmichu. Potential to be special. He's gone up another 3 to 83. We'll have a look. He played 35 games, 2 assists and 13 clean sheets. The only thing that probably lets him down is his pace, but that is starting to grow. He's still only 20 years of age, of course, so it's good. His reactions are up at 64. Hopefully his physicals can start, bolstering up. That's probably the only thing that really let him down. Some of those quick wingers do get past him, and he really struggles to hold on. But technically, well, 99 heading accuracy, 99 short passing, good marking, good tackling. He just needs a little bit more pace. 4 years remaining on his contract. Moving into the centre-back roles now, we have Harrison Williams, a 74, gone up 2. Big Willie does the job for us day in, day out. He doesn't have the highest potential, but 28 games, 15 clean sheets, got himself an assist. Just a handy backup, a handy player to have there. He's got good strength and jumping, some good speed behind him, and seems to do a job. I think we'll hold on to him. 3 years remaining on his contract. Nicastro is an 80, gone up 2, 6'4", 23 from Italy. He had a fairly decent season, a few fuck-ups and a few really good pieces of football. 41 appearances, 13 clean sheets. The 3-star, 4-star, and look at the physicals. He's just solid. He's got pace. That's what we want from our centre-back in this kind of scenario. Good jumping and strength. Technically, probably just needs to work. His marking's a little bit low there. So we might be able to address that moving into the next season. 2 years remaining on his contract. All right, Taha Ramsey is a 64, gone up 2 from Egypt. The kind of young lad that's probably going to look for a loan spell at that lower rating. But he's only just come in to the team. But he's got some good physicality about him, only 18 years of age. So we'll probably try and get him out on a loan spell if possible. Namimi Sabukwe, the South African, 62, just recently signed in as well, has the potential to be special. Maybe a loan spell for him as well. He's got some good physical attributes, a 3-year contract, and probably just needs some time to develop away from the club. Palacios, well, he is expiring. 67 gone up 2, but I'm pretty happy for him to move on. He hasn't really got the opportunities here, and if he can find himself a new club, well, good on him. Hayes is back from injury finally at the end of the season. We really missed him in some of those later stages. He's our highest rated centre-back at 82. He went up 1 this season. 31 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 10 clean sheets. 95 sprint speed, good jumping, good strength, good aggression, and good short passing. Can play his way out of trouble pretty good. He's got 1 year remaining on his contract, so we'll have to address that in next season. Bischoff is an 81, gone up 1, the Portuguese centre-back, who's played a lot of time at left-back for us, but when Hayes went down, he came in and filled that role. 39 appearances, 14 clean sheets, quite pacey, 97 sprint speed, good strength, gets the job done. 70 reactions as well, which is a really good stat to have there. And his defensive work, good stand tackle, slide tackle, marking, probably needs to increase a little bit with his heading accuracy, and he could be a real force. He's got 1 year remaining on his contract. Moving into the left-backs, we've got Cesar Miguel. Wasn't he a revelation this season? Has the potential to be special. Only 17 years of age and a 71 overall, gone up 3. Played 10 games, got himself a goal. I think that was on debut as well. 4 clean sheets. Just coming along nicely. Only 17, so 82 ball control. I mean, he's decent there at left-back. Gets in and lays a good tackle as well. So a good sign of things for the future. 2 years remaining on his contract. Petrowski is the Polish left-back with the potential to be special. Probably will get a loan spell if we can get him out of the club. 2 games for him this season, 5-star weak foot, some good physicality, but obviously a project for the future. 2 years remaining on his contract. Another one is Jay Griffiths, the potential to be special. 62 gone up 1, 6'7", a high attacking work rate for a left-back. Would like to see him bombing up the wing at 6'7". He's got some more physical stats about him. 84 aggression, so he's an angry man. Needs to work on his technicals, and once again, probably needs a loan spell. 3 years on his contract. Max Henry is an interesting one. 67 gone up 3. He's now 22. It's pretty much a low rating, but for what he does on the pitch, 17 games, 9 clean sheets, and just gets in there. Nice physical beast to have in the back catalogue. So if a lot of those youngsters do go out on loan, I'd probably keep Max Henry around the club because he really does do a job for us when he is playing that role. 3 years remaining on his contract. Eric Taylor is an 80 overall, our probably starting left back. He's an exciting prospect, gone up 3 this season, 34 appearances, 1 assist, 4-star weak foot, and his physicals are starting to come into contention now. He's turned 20. Yeah, his defensive work is good. Stand tackles, short pass. Interestingly enough, when I put him into the card creator that I use, it tells you their best position, and he's actually an 84 rated centre back. So you can see now why I have played him there a little bit. That website, FIFARosters.com, really does give you a little bit of help if you want to play players out of position. He's got 1 year remaining on his contract. Andre Krab, well, he's going out on loan. I was going to sell him, but, you know, some of these OGs of the club, you know, possibly deserve to stay around. We'll see what happens. If he didn't get the loan offer, I was probably going to sell him off, but he got a loan offer from Leeds. We'll let him go and have a season there. Did play 4 games for us, did an okay job. 5-star weak foot. He's got a bit of pace there as well, which has helped him out. 3 years remaining on his contract. Moving into central defensive midfield, and we've got Vasil Krav, who's had a loan spell at Ipswich. When he comes back, unfortunately, I think Vasil's time is up at the club. I think we'll move him on, unfortunately. Hopefully, maybe we can do a deal with Leeds and actually send him there, bring a player back and release a player so he can play with Andre for next season. Coming along, he's got good stamina, but other than that, you know, a decent performer in the lower leagues, but probably time to move on. Marvel Bunbury, well, he's only a 77. He hasn't gone up at all this year. I don't think he's going to grow too much more, but 37 appearances and then a massive injury. He got 1 goal, 5 assists from the midfield. You know, he's a solid player. For a 77 rated, he really does a job there in that midfield for us, and he has 2 years remaining on his contract. Dauda Bamba is an interesting one. If I really want to go out and look for a big, strong central defensive midfielder that can come in and do a job for us. Bamba, in that case, if we do get one in, will probably be put up for sale. Played 23 games, got the 1 assist for us, but missed quite a few tackles, to be fair. Got pushed off the ball a little bit as well. Still only 21, only a year left on his contract, so we'll see what we can do for him. Right midfield, our Scout Future Star and Charlie Allen is an 86 overall. He went up 2 this season. Potential to be special, our highest rated player at the club. 38 appearances, 8 goals, 16 assists. 16 assists. That is huge. Just absolutely flying. His physicals are starting to grow. It probably needs a little bit more strength if he wants to play cam. Maybe we move him out to a wing for next season. I'm not too sure. He's got some good technical abilities now. It just needs that pace. That's probably the only thing that lets him down when I'm playing with him. That's why I kind of like him more in that central attacking midfield role. 1 year left on his contract. We'll definitely have to sort that one out. Henry Green, 76, gone up 2. He's on loan at Charlton, and we've got a lot of right midfielders, so we're going to have to really address this one. 5-star weak foot, but Henry Green, I mean, technically sound. Maybe we have a look at him when he comes back, but my feelings was probably it's time for him to move on with the other calibre of right midfielders we do have at the club. Fitzy is an 80, gone up 3. He's unhappy with the amount of game time he's getting, and that's really due to the rotation and the amount of right midfielders we do have, and the fact that Higinye is probably playing there most of the time. He's an exciting prospect, so he's still got a lot of growth in him. He played 29 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. The Angry Irishman really, you know, got going there in the second half of the season. His pace is starting to get up a little bit. He's got good technical attributes. I don't know, maybe he has a loan spell away from the club for a season, or once some more of these right midfielders do leave the club, he'll get a few more opportunities. Hernan Saavedra is going to Birmingham City when the transfer window opens. That is a transfer deal, so he will be leaving the club. He has gone up 5 this season, but was really brought in as a money maker. So, I mean, okay stats at 19, but really not a spot here for him. So good to see that we made some business, and he will be leaving the club. Jens Johansson, now he was probably underutilised this season, has the potential to be special. He's only 19 years of age and he's a 79. He's gone up 5. 23 appearances, 3 goals, 4-star skill boost, 3-star weak foot. His acceleration is getting up there. Probably needs a bit more sprint speed if he's going to play on the wing. Could possibly play some more centre midfield action. But technically, he is a very sound player. Some good passing and finishing skills there for Jens Johansson. 1 year remaining on his contract. Minoru Sato has the potential to be special. He's 21, so 2 years older than Johansson at the same rating. 79 gone up 3. You know, 25 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. Really did get some decent efforts out of him this season. 4-star skill moves, of course. His pace is starting to grow now, which is good. His technical ability, well, 99 ball control, 99 dribbling already at 21 years of age. Definitely someone I want to keep around the club. He's got 4 years remaining on that contract. Moving into centre midfield, we've got Nagahama, who is currently at Leeds on loan. He will be back soon. He does have the potential to be special, of course. 72 gone up 4. Let's have a look attribute-wise, the 5-star skill moves. Physicals are starting to grow. Stamina good, so he can play that centre midfield. Good dribbling. Ball control is up. Long shots as well. And he has the acrobatic clearance trait. 4 years remaining on his contract. Mikel Fries, 78 gone up 4, has the potential to be special, 21 years of age. A good season for him, 25 appearances, a couple of really cracking goals there, 3 goals, 1 assist. Attribute-wise, well, he's coming along. Probably needs his physicals to start, you know, really bringing him into contention to challenge for a midfield role more often than not. But technically, he is very, very good. And 92 long shots. We've got him for another 3 years. Lars Willems is a new prospect that we've brought in. He has the potential to be special. 67 overall. We might send him on a loan spell, even though he is, you know, reasonably rated. Potential to be special. He played 1 game, showed a bit of promise. 3-star, 2-star. Needs to get growing, though. He's 87 curve. And financially, 3 years. Sun Hee So is a 78. He's gone up 4. We gave him a little bit of training this season just to give him a little bit of a bump defensively. 22 years of age. He's come a long way from 37 rated. 42 appearances, 15 goals, 1 assist. Really smashed it in the first half of the season. Went a little bit skitsy there in the second half, but you know, he's still only 22. 4-star weak foot. Physicals starting to come along nicely, and technically, well, you know, 99 finishing. You can't complain about that. 1 year remaining on his contract. So we've got a lot of contracts that are going to need renewing. Alfie Wilson's at 81. He only went up 1 this season. Probably finished his growth without training. 41 appearances, 5 goals, 4 assists. But, you know, we had to drop him back to central defensive midfield. He played that job quite well, so we could possibly utilise him there. But when he's in that centre midfield play, the build-up play that we generate from Alfie Wilson is just surreal. And it would be a shame if he wasn't playing centre midfield for us. And that 96 stand tackle, decent for a centre midfielder. He's got 1 year remaining on his contract. Left midfield, well, it's Abelang Singh. He's been with us since the start. He's pretty much the mascot of the club, but I'm pretty much ready to cut ties. He sat on the bench, just got paid some wages, and yeah, I think it's time to let him go. He got 2 appearances. What else can you say about Abelang Singh? Yeah, probably time to move the mascot on, unfortunately. Lund, now he's shown great potential, 77 gone up 3. I mean, we brought Ben Kite in and Lund's game time sort of went to the shit. 21 appearances, 2 goals, 3 assists. It might be time for Lund to move on. Do give me your thoughts in the comments on Lund's position. Technically, he is brilliant, but just, yeah, I mean, we've got Mock and we've got Ben Kite, and I don't know whether there's room here for Lund. I'm trying to narrow the squad down a little bit. Julian Perreault will be going to Nottingham Forest. That is a transfer. We brought him in 2 seasons ago just to try and make some coin, and I think we've done that here. He did get a couple of games, but yeah, nothing really much to show for his time here at Forest Green. He will move on to Nottingham Forest. PC Mock, 21 years of age, 85 gone up 2, potential to be special, of course, 35 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists. We probably need a little bit more output from Mock. With Ben Kide really breaking it up on that wing now, he's probably moved to second fiddle, but we'll wait and see. He might have something installed for season number 7. His physicals are growing and his pace is going up, and that's what we really need out of him. Technically, he is a beast. 99 crossing, some good dribbling and finishing, 99 long pass, 98 short pass, some good curve, and you know, really should be the winger that we're looking for. He just, there's just something about him that isn't quite right at this stage. We've got him for another 2 years. Well, Ben Kide we brought in from Torino for 28 million and it was worth every single freaking dollar. 83 gone up 1, 38 appearances, 5 goals, 4 assists. Attribute-wise, well, he's got pace for days and that is increasing, which is good to see. 70 reactions, I like that. And technically good as well. 99 ball control, good curve. So you can see now, even though he's a lower rated, he just seems to be a better player on the ball than what PC Mock is at this stage. 3 years remaining on his contract. Moving into the cam rolls, we've got Salomon Sepulveda. He's only 18 years of age, has the potential to be special, 72 overall. Probably get to see him a little bit more moving into Season 7. 13 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. And, well, his physicals are growing. It's 38 strength is probably what lets him down playing through the middle there. But technically, he is turning into a decent player. 2 years remaining on his contract. Tom Lefebvre, 73, gone up 4, has the potential to be special. You know, didn't really have the best of seasons. 29 appearances, 1 goal, 6 assists. But just didn't break it open like he did in season number 5. But, you know, he's coming along, and eventually you'd assume that he would take that cam role. He's been coming off the bench and doing a fairly decent job playing as a substitute. 1 year remaining on his contract. At centre forward, we've got Thanos Lavaris, the Greek, 73 going up 4. He actually impressed me coming back from loan. He's an exciting prospect. Stats-wise, 16 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. He's got the 5-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Physicality is there for him, some good jumping. And finishing-wise, that's come up 10 points on its own without training. So 94 heading accuracy and 91 shot power. And you can bang some in from range. Got a bonus of 340 grand for his 10 appearances as well. Well done. Parky, well, we kept him around for pace, but it might be time to move on. Eugene Park, 68 gone up 2, played 6 games, got 3 assists. That's not a bad return. 68 gone up 2, pace for days, but I mean, that's probably the only thing that's been keeping him in the team. He's got 4 years remaining on his contract. Maybe we give him a loan spell just to be nice, or we'll see if we can get a sale offer for him. Palmer's got an offer in at the moment for Hungwoo Kim, 64 gone up 1. No games for him this season. Needs to move on, but he just cannot seem to agree to a contract. He's got 1 year remaining. Robbo, well, old faithful here, Robbo, 67. He isn't going to grow anymore. 7 appearances. Got those 2 goals in the FA Cup coming back from loan, and we thought, holy shit, what's going on here with Robbo? But other than that, he didn't really provide too much. And we might actually need to cut ties with Robbo and free up some more spots here. He's only got 1 year remaining on his contract. Akiro Hashida, 74, gone up 6. He's an exciting prospect. 16 games, 4 goals, 5 assists. I don't know, we've got a few strikers here, and they're not all going to get the game time because we only play with 1 striker. His physicality isn't quite there, what we're looking for in our striker. Technically, I mean, he could be playing out on the wing. 99 volleys. He's got 3 years remaining on his contract. Nori Mori, on the other hand, 73 gone up 5. He's 1 rating lower. He is the same age, but he does have the potential to be special. 12 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. 3-star, 3-star, of course. Physically, he is growing. And technically, well, 99 dribbling, 99 ball control, good free kicks, 99 short pass, 99 volleys. So I think Nori Mori was probably next in line to really start pushing for the backup striker role. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Higinye, an 86, gone up 2. Well, we play him on the wing just purely for pace. 32 appearances, 7 goals off the wing and 6 assists. 5-star weak foot, of course. 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed, agility, balance. He's the whole package there for pace. His strength is starting to grow as well. His finishing is starting to go up. But, I mean, where else do you play him? I mean, you could play him up front, but, I mean, what he does out on that wing and really generates some action for us. I just prefer him out there. He's got 4 years left on his contract. Dylan Allen, the star of the show, is our captain. He's only gone up 2 this season, and that is due to training. His potential is done and dusted, but the man just knows how to find a goal. 41 appearances, 27 goals, and 11 assists. You can't ask for much more from your captain in regards to getting the job done, although he hit a couple of crossbar and sidebar there in the FA Cup, which we really could have asked for a finish. physically, you know, he doesn't get bummed off the ball too much. Probably could have used a little bit more strength. Attack position is good. That's through training. His finishing is at 94, shot power at 97, and he's got 3 years left on his contract. And last but not least, David Zalewski, the Polish left winger. 77 going up for. He's an exciting prospect. High hopes for this lad, but hasn't really got going. Probably hasn't got the opportunities. You'd assume that he would be number 3 on the list in front of Lund now on that left-hand side. Although Fitzy can play left as well. So, I mean, there's options there. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Physicality is there for him. Probably his technicals just need to come up a little bit more. He's 21 years of age and he has a year remaining on his contract. So that is the full squad. Please do leave me some comments and thoughts on who you think needs to go and get out of the club. We need to free up some space. There will be some more regens floating around moving into the next season. Obviously, we need to sell off a few of the regens. I think we might be at our limit of 10. I'll have to double check that going into the next season. But yeah, that's the full squad. Right, so let's take a look through the competitions. We unfortunately lost the FA Cup on penalties 4-3 to Manchester City. That was just, yeah, distraught. But we did take the League Cup 3-0 over Chelsea, so 1 piece of silverware for this season. That was the pre-season, which we lost. Copa Europe was taken by Olympique Marseille over Chelsea. Let's have a look here. The Champions League was won by Dortmund. They beat out Everton eventually. So Manchester United beaten by Everton in the semi-finals after they knocked us out. So we'll be looking for a big sting in the tail going into season number 7. Hopefully we can make that run through to the final. EuroLeague, let's have a quick look here. It was Arsenal beating Olympique Lyon and they got themselves some silverware. Right, so that is where we will finish this one up. We've been through all the statistics and had a really good look at the squad. I need your thoughts and opinions in the comment section on who needs to be shipped out, who you definitely love and want to stay at the club. We'll take a look at that one moving into season number 7. Now, the other thing that we need to look at is how are we going to play season number 7? Do we want to go through another full season, play all the games, the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, just like we have done this season, have the Majestico vote, do another full, proper season with Forest Green? Or do we want to start doing some simulation-based stuff? We've already, won the League Cup. Maybe we just send the reserves out, simulate that, simulate some of the Premier League and really concentrate on the Champions League. Completely up to you guys. I'm going to put a little vote up the top with a couple of different options. Read through those different scenarios and vote. Please do vote for me on what you want to see happen with this series. Because basically, our only objective here is we still need to win an FA Cup if possible. We've been there twice and lost twice, which is not very satisfying, and obviously we need to get to that Champions League final. Now, obviously this series works around the Champions League final. Win or lose, that is the series finale. So we still need to get there. A good run in our first season, getting to the quarterfinals, but we'll be hoping to push on here in season number 7. Completely up to you guys on how fast-paced you want this to go. Just keep in the back of your minds, though, that once this is done, if we do simulating as well, there won't be any Majestico next season. That's really only coming down to playing all the games. If you've got some ideas and opinions on that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, just keep in the back of your mind, relegation or regen rebuild cannot start until the Forest Green season series is finished. Okay, so up in the eye, get voting on some of those options for me. That's where we'll leave this season finale wrap up. Hopefully you got some good in-depth information from that one, and we can move on to season number 7 and try and have a real crack this season at the Champions League. Thanks for your time today. I do appreciate it. I'm Spyro DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.